If it's a day called today, we're talking guitars and life. Let's get into it. Okay, my friends, while my soldering iron continues to heat up, just want to talk a little bit about the ground wire here. I just want to explain to you what I've done and why, not to be prescriptive by any stretch of the imagination. However, I did want to let you know that you'll see that my ground wire is going to live under the springs, okay? Now, the reason that I don't mind my ground wire living under the springs is I'm never going to use the trem bar. If you're going to use your trem bar, you do not want your ground wire to live under the strings, because when you utilize the tremolo, you don't want that spring to open or close and grab that ground wire and potentially bad things happen, okay? So for me, I always put it under the springs. Okay, I've used a screwdriver and I've scratched that claw just a little bit to give the solder a little something better to connect to. And then I've utilized this little clamp tippy thing here. It's a technical term. It is a technical term. And it's kind of holding that ground wire where I want it. And it's got the wire exactly where I want it, kind of sort of in the middle of that scratch plate situation right there. So when the soldering iron fires up, I will copacetically be soldering that ground wire, and then we'll move to the front of the guitar body. The soldering iron would already be ready, and I turned it on. Oh, guys, I'm a lot of fun. Well, I think I'm a lot of fun. Jury's out. All right, stand by. All right, guys, ground wire is in place. That is good news. Man, soldering always makes me want fajitas, baby. All right, that's not the greatest looking solder joint in the world, but it's gonna have to do, Jack. It's gonna have to do, my friends. All right, so so clearly one of these is the ground and one of these is the hot, right? I need an output jack. I'm not gonna burn a pure tone output jack in this guitar, I don't believe. I've only got one pure tone output jack left. I'm saving it for the project guitar, for the theme guitar that we're going to build together on the channel. So I'm just looking for any old jack in the storm at the moment. So I have an assortment of jacks here that came out of different units. This one feels pretty good. That one feels pretty good. All right. So we're going to put an old basic output jack in this guitar, that being the case. I don't know the longevity of the guitar, guys, around the shop, and if I wanted to, I can always come back at a later date and throw in a pure tone output jack. Man, I have a whole box of towels, guys. I mean, like a whole box. But I don't know where they are. How do I keep losing all this stuff? Oh, okay. So anyway. So first order of business be to get all this old hoopla off here. It does occur to me that I probably should have found some hex screws while I was digging all that out. Save us some time. But didn't do it. Just getting the old solder kind of. Okay. So, on output jack, the lug in the middle is the hot. The lug on the top is the negative. And if you're new to the channel and you're asking yourself, does this guy have the shakiest hands in the West? Well, my friends, the answer would be affirmative, Jack. Come on, helping hands. Help somebody, baby. Help somebody. There we go. That's what I'm looking for right there. I'm going to to throw a little bit more tin on there, just how I roll, check. Okay. The top lug is the negative, as I have indicated. I'm going to loop this one around like that, just so it's a bit even Steven with the other one. It's my thought anyway. Okay. In theory, that ought to rule the day. Okay, so that being the case, my friends, where is the boat? There's a boat right here. There is a boat. I have a, nope. I was just thinking it'd be cool if I had a black one. Where's that other boat? Did this come with? Yeah, man, the boats didn't come with black nuts. Washers, that's kind of janky of them, but whatever. Ooh, I could put the brass one on there. That would be ugly. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Critic. Appreciate you participating today. All right, that'll work. Well, that's kind of road worn, isn't it? Is that the ugliest jack you could find? Well, I don't know if it's the ugliest. Let me get this, clip the side of this off. All right, well, as output jacks go, give this a shot, guys. Give this a shot. Now I need a washer. Yeah, man, lots of cool stuff going out on the tubes, man. I got a really cool card in the mail yesterday from, oh, black. Nope. From Smoke Eater Guitars, Jake. Yeah, man. Thanks, John. Really do appreciate you, baby. Nope. Now, guys, the fatal flaw that I'm making here is that after I'm testing something to see if it works, when it doesn't work, I'm putting it back. Guys, did you see Two Bike Mike? Shout out, Mike. Love you, baby. Two Bike Mike posted. He's been, let's see, he's been doing this for like 15 years. How ugly is that, guys? That's super ugly. Man, maybe I need a different solution, man. That is too vulgar. Vulgar? Anyway. Mike's been doing his channel for about 15 years, I think. And he's up to somewhere like, I don't know, 75, 80 guitars, somewhere in there, man. It's a lot of guitars is what I know. And this brother decided that he would, I think J-Man asked him, Mike, how much money have you spent on guitars in the past 15 years? Now, guys, that's not a question that you don't ask somebody that's not your friend. And Mike was like, I don't know, man. And dude, check the video out. Go to Two Bike Mike's channel and check it out, man. It is unbelievably a lot of money. But man, I think, you know, one of the things he pointed out in the vid, and I appreciated him doing so, is that I think sometimes people don't realize how much of an investment having a YouTube channel can be, particularly, if you're a cat like us, and we're buying all this gear, man. Now guys, if you hang on the channel, what you know is I have received a guitar from Tease. Shout out Torsten. He was the first person to ever contact me and ask me if I'd like to do a guitar review for his company. And he was the first one. The only other guitar company that sent me a guitar to date was the Stryde guitar. And those of you who hang on the channel kind of know how that went with the Stryde. By the way, I sold the Stryde for a little bit of money just because I had some money in the parts and stuff. And I saw somebody had posted that on Facebook. And the Facebook post, the marketplace, actually says, set up by Ted Talks Guitars and Life. I thought, well, that and a quarter will get you absolutely nothing, Jack. But I did think it was cool that my buddy gave me a shout out. And so Tease and Stryde both sent me guitars to review. Now, I was talking to the folks over at AKLOT, Dylan, just about the kit. I continue to send them feedback, guys. Even still, I continue to give them feedback. They seem genuinely interested in improving their product. So I am genuinely interested in helping them improve their product by giving them thoughts and opinions and ideas. Why don't we just pause here and make sure everything works, Jack? What do you think? What do you think? Do we have electronics? Yep. Got volume, we got 2 tones, we got a 5-way switch, we got electronics. Life is good, guys. But yeah, I was talking to Dylan, and Dylan said, well, man, we've got these new Kid electric guitars. And he said, hey, man, would you, if we sent you one, would you want to review it? And I said, yeah. Actually, it was kind of cool, man. He asked me, do you have any teenagers in the house? And I was thinking to myself, dude, I'm like ancient. But I said, well, man, I've got 9 grandbabies, and I have built 3 of them Telecasters. Actually, you guys built Ella's Telecaster, and as much as you paid for it, I really can't. Still, guys, your generosity in that deal is still staggering to me, and I so appreciate your hearts, man. And now that her arm is better, I'm getting on to her about learning to play the guitar. But anyway, she's 9, so it'll come in time. She's 9, it'll come in time, little baby, yeah. All right, look at me writing a song here. Fire up Sono, I got a song. I got a tune in my heart, Jack. Anyway, guys, so he said, man, you got any teens in the house? And I said, well, no, but I got these 9 grandbabies. I made Teles for them. And truthfully, guys, the pink Tele, that Fogil Tele, is really just a little bit too big for my granddaughter, Randy. She's 10, and it's a little bit hard to handle now. You feel what I'm saying? So I said, well, man, you know, I've got some grandbabies. They're interested in playing guitar. I've built them some, but it's a little big for her. You know, if you want to send me one, I'll be glad to review it and gift it to her and see what happens. So anyway, they may be sending me stuff, but all that to say, in Mike's video, guys, I'm just cleaning up, talking to my friends about guitars and life, Jack. I hope that's okay with everybody. And even if it's not, guess what, Jack? Ain't nobody being held hostage here on the channel. Your YouTube video has a exit button. An exit button? I don't think that's how it works. Well, I don't know how it works. Anyway, guys, you know my heart, man. I love you with my whole heart. I really do. Can't thank y'all enough for hanging out with me today on this crazy adventure, which I thought would be a really quick ride, but we've kind of prolonged everything a little bit as we go. So anyway, all right, well, we've got a black boat installed. We've got a black pick guard installed. We've got our claw installed. I'm going to throw these strap buttons on here. And then I think what I'll do is I will connect this guitar together. We'll see what we've got, Jack. And I don't like that. Alright guys, well, a little bit of a challenge on the strap button here in that these screws are super small. Let me see if I've got a bigger screw to put on this bad boy right here. Let me just see. Let me take a look, see, a little gander as it were. See if we can't come up with something better than that. But yeah, I mean, Mike's point was, you know, a lot of us who have channels, man, we're buying our own gear. It's not like people are like giving us this stuff, man. I've purchased most of the items that you've seen. The only exceptions would be the Tease, the Stritch, and I did have, what was that, rock stock pedal. Sent me over a, it wasn't a pedal, it was a lamp for my pedal board. Yeah, man. I forget what they call it, or I'd give them credit. I'll put it in the, you can find in the description below, man. You can just look for pedal board and vids, and I did a whole review of it. But anyway, man, it's a cool little deal, man. It's just it's a switch that goes on your pedal board. It's just a light, you know. I don't play in dark clubs or anything like that, but occasionally in one of my Joyful Noise gigs, we will turn the house lights down for the little ambiance. So I went black mushroom. I don't know, guys. What do you think, man? How does this look to you? Does it look all right? I mean, you know, I think it looks pretty good. We will be removing that paper when we string it up, so don't let the aesthetics of that throw you. But so yeah, I found these longer screws in my little box of tricks over here, so I'm just employing them. I don't know, it's really overkill for a strap button, but I tell you what, guys, there have been a couple of times in my journeys over the years where I have had a strap not just fall off a strap button, but I've had some issues with strap buttons themselves. And back in the day, man, I used to buy those, you know, that's about the size of a quarter, and it's got the thumb little clamp in it. This guy's got all kind of technical terms. I really do. It's a fascinating channel if you think about it. It ought to be called Ted Uses Technical Terms. Never. Anyway, I used to put those on all my guitars. All of my LPs through the years had those on. SGs for sure, man. All that, any kind of a LP. And then when I got into Strats, I moved into something like, why can't this guy talk? Why is everything show and tell? I'm just talking to my friends about guitars and life, Mr. Critic, and they don't care, Jack. When I got into Strats and Teles, I kind of moved into something like this. This is actually off of that, I don't know, one of the kits, guys. Maybe the Stritch, actually, now that I think about it. But all that to say, these days I use the black rubber washers over whatever strap button is on the guitar. But yeah, I used to drop the 25, 30 bucks, whatever it was, for strap lock buttons. All right, my friends, our guitar is blacked out. Now, before we go into the next adventure, which is setting the guitar up, I need to sand out this neck pocket. I will join that guitar neck with this guitar body. And then in the videos coming up, Jack, we'll be setting that bad boy up, seeing what we got. Do we have a rock and roll machine? I don't know, guys. I guess anything's possible. Well, man, I can't thank y'all enough for spending any time at all with me today talking about guitars and life, Jack. Special shout out to the Jacks, our channel members, for all your love, support, encouragement, and constant edification. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We'll catch you down the road.
all